Hello and welcome to Vibra Finance. My name is Lindsay. Tonight I am joined by the lovely Serena Alonzi. We'll be talking a little bit about HEX price, what's new with HEX, and why maybe we're not staking our HEX anymore. But before we get started, a little hello from Vibra Finance.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance. We are the future of crypto.
What is going on? Thank you everyone for being here. Free speech, tin top, facing reality. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you. What's going on this week, Serena? What's good?
Well, the HEX price was pumping, so that was great.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. We are on cryptobubbles.net on the weekly, and we are looking at March 1st here to March 4th. This actually, marching in. What does March usually bring? April showers bring May flowers, right? But the lion, what is it? What's it saying? The lamb comes in,
something like that.
Yeah, lion and lamb comes in. I mean, if that works with, nature cycles, why not with other kind of cycles too? So interesting to see. But there's so much going on with the SEC. There's so much going on with inflation and interest rates, and so many variables and factors. Malicious actors in the space. HEX users, HEX stakers / miners. We're going to get into that. Unaffected. Actually pleasantly surprised by that pump, right?
Yeah, that was great. So have you been checking your staker app more often now since that pump?
No, because
they should change it now.
What about you? Have you been?
Yeah, I've been curious to be like, oh, cool. It's been going up. So yeah, it's kind of fun checking staker when there's a pump. But yeah.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a reason to open the app a little bit more. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that's an app that that almost goes dormant for me because it's, for me, time is money. And knowing that my money is locked away for a amount of time that I chose, I don't worry about it. So I'm not up there checking things like I'm checking, and this is not like against them. This is just, these are things that because they move differently. I'll just say. That was pretty PC. They move differently. Things like Lido, I don't participate in Lido because I already have a staking platform that I prefer. But we're seeing we really saw like such a flow into liquid staking. Where are these people? Where are these people going to keep going when they're searching for true DeFi? Eventually, the more you participate in this market, and if you started at a place with a centralized exchange, right? And you start from a place of like, for example, when I was at the HSI meeting, anyway, I won't spell it out. The guy was like, hey, just get on there, play around, and blah, 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 which is an attitude that you can have if you trust those middlemen. But if you're participating in a product where you don't have to trust a middleman, you're trusting yourself, right? We've talked about that with staking, like mining. So what are your thoughts on that with the new language around that?
Well, I mean, it would be nice to just be able to say staking, because by staking it, you are then technically mining your HEX. So, but now it's just like, okay, you're just mining. I don't know.
Mining, minting.
Yeah, minting, whatever. Like, it's all the same thing. So I don't know. These words are just, I don't know. I guess now we have to say we're mining only. So
I think that's an interesting thing for you to have said that like, Richard could throw out suggestions there, but it really is, at the end of the day, it's he might be throwing out little breadcrumbs so that when V3, when Pulse Chain, that, it's important to adopt and maintain awareness of everything around you. And, if there's a queue for different languages that need to be made, branding is everything for a product. Everything. If you don't have good branding, which obviously Hexkins do, like we wear a logo, we wear a logo around. We put these fancy logos on beautiful jeweled shirts, like we're excited for these things. They're beautiful, but branding matters with language too, definitely. What's going on, crypto class? Thanks for being here. Good to see you. So, we're talking about mining and the new narrative behind it. And like, without getting too technical, because we're talking about we've been talking about what is Hex, what is Hex staking, what do you do with it from there? Now, if we're going to be talking about mining, then it's interesting to point out that Hex mining does not affect the environment in the same way that Bitcoin does, right?
Yep, exactly. So, you just I guess you can't really say stake and forget anymore. But yeah, it's I don't know how to explain it right now, but yeah.
I feel like there are so many different ways that you can describe what staking is for so many. I mean, if you ever went out and had conversations with somebody who's not familiar with finance, and you're trying to, because now is the time, right? Like, look at this, look at these bubbles here, look at all this red here. This is a market. This is the time for opportunity. This is the time for accumulation, right? When you see these things, the average bear says, I'm out. Look at those. I'm not participating in that. But they see like something shiny green and they say, oh, that looks like it's pumping. I want to get on that. Total, like the psychology behind all of that is probably one of my favorite things about the Hex community is listening to going from the sci-fi perspective. And then you have like RTA, no, I don't want to call them geeks because I'm really on board with that. Like I absolutely love that we have such a diverse community in that way. So,
oh, sorry. Yeah, I just want to mention too, like in every since we're talking about like bears and stuff, in every bear market that we've had, Hex has been outperforming everything. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like it's where do you think we are in the bear?
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because sometimes people say like, oh, maybe it's just a bull trap or something. I don't know. I think it's not going to be that much longer, but to say when, I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, we can. Oh, you're not sure because you can't, like, you don't have a crystal ball. What do you mean?
Yeah, like not sure. Yeah, that's exactly because I can't predict, and this is not financial advice. So.
No, it's a friendly conversation between friends that prefers one product over another, and that's all, right?
Exactly.
So, hey, it's Snow Brian. Yeah, we're stop staking Hex. I mean, why would you ever want to lock a product away that would yield you more of that product in the long run?
Exactly.
Seems like it would make sense or something. And if you have the opportunity right now, okay, let's do a little comparison real quick and this is all over the place tonight, guys. This is just a chill Hex hangout stream. So feel free to, chat it up. Don't just lurk. Let us know you're here. What's up, Katie? Thanks for being here. Good to see you guys. Hex versus Bitcoin on that one, right? We're talking about mining Bitcoin destroys the environment. Mining Hex would not destroy the environment. Might destroy your battery phone if you're checking your staker app all the time. But make sure you turn off your if you have an iPhone, check it out. I posted a tweet a few days ago about battery charging and carbon emissions and everything. Are you familiar with that setting? Do you have an iOS system?
No.
All right. So I do. I have an iOS system and it gives me a little alert. It used to give me a little alert that because of the zone I was in, it was charging the carbon, something about charging the carbon emissions. Anyway, hold on 1 second. I gotta mute and tell somebody that they can't be in the studio right now. One sec. Sorry.
Hey, everyone in chat. Thanks for joining. It's mining hex now. We have to change the narrative because of bureaucrats and regulators. Yep. You always have to be careful with your terminology. So
yeah, absolutely. Like we were saying with branding and being specific with your language and everything. If you, if you're out there and you're listening to the difference in conversations between, now institutionalized staking is okay, but so there's institutionalized, there's entergrade prize, there's institutional entergrade prize, retail grade. All these terms are going to be thrown out there at you. At the end of the day, it's just like us humans, right? We're all at the end of the day, we're all just meat sacks, and we're just trying to look shinier than the meat sack next to us. And that's all these products are doing. They're just shiny projects.
I've never heard anyone say meat sacks before. So
yeah. Well, it's true. We are just a being here. That's at the end of the day, if you let go of everything else, that's all we are. We're just a being here. And if you let those red bubbles out there affect you in an emotional way, then you're giving a little piece of yourself. You're giving your time away, which is what? The most scarce resource on earth, besides T-shares, obviously.
Yeah, this is true.
And that is why we are, the title is totally clickbait. I figured if people said, stop staking your hex, people would be like, what the hex are you talking about? No, of course you want to lock away your product, because at this moment in time, look at this price. You are sitting under $1, which means you can accumulate multiple units for less than $1. Can you tell me the last thing that you accumulated multiple units of for less than $1 besides pennies?
Not really.
Like a whole physical product. You can't even find a pack of gum for less than $1 these days.
Yeah, exactly. So,
and
not even gum, you can't even get a sheet of stickers for less than $1. So, like, yeah.
Don't get me started. My daughter brought home stickers about a month ago, and I was like, oh, those are cool. She's like, yeah, they're 50 cents a piece at the school store. And I'm like, man, I should have been running a school store.
That's a good price. Now it's like $2 a sheet of stickers. So,
absolutely.
Oh, man.
She could be like my mom and just throw a shoe. Good old days. I still have scars. I don't have anything handy that's not electronic and expensive. No, gosh, love it. When you get when you get the family involved, it's like I feel comfortable talking about hex in front of my kids because we have financial conversations all the time. That was an awesome stream that we did a couple weeks ago. Anybody tuning in that missed it, that has kids and you're wondering how to bridge the gap between you and your kids and crypto, and where do you start with crypto when your kids, if your children don't already have some sort of financial literacy or financial education in their belt, because they're certainly not going to teach them at schools, right?
Yeah, no, the schools are not going to teach any of the important things like that. So
yeah, no. And life skills like today my daughter and I did sewing. That was something that they took out of school for us here, especially in this area. I don't know if it's all over the place, but
I think so, because I think so, not trying to, but yeah, I never had sewing.
I might be that old too. Jeez.
Yeah, like I've never had sewing in school, and like to this day I'm always like, I wish I knew how to sew, but I don't know how to sew because I never learned, and
well, we finally
never taught me. So cool, don't know how to sew.
When we finally get to hang out in real life, we'll just sit down and sew together.
That would be so cool.
Well, we're going to need a rather large and sturdy vehicle to hold all of our bag, right? We're going to need to create something fun and flashy there to around.
This is true.
What's going on, Zcash? Viber Finance CEO, thanks for being in the house. Well, you can only wait 2 weeks for what? Pulse chain? V2? Staking, mining, minting?
Maybe only 2 weeks for a bag that we sewn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could get on that one. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, with home ec and stuff. Yeah, so they don't teach it at school. They're not even teaching like how to sew buttons on and stuff. And it's taking. Okay, so if that's why I'm doing these things at home, that's like that's my hex flex with my time is knowing that seriously. That's my hex flex with my time is knowing that um, because I have made a decision that rewards me for my time that now I can focus on, for me, what's like the holy grail, which is my kids, like getting out there and being super hands-on with them and sewing. Like now what happens? What happens if you lose a button on your coat now? Your coat's either trash or you have to take it somewhere and get fixed, right? I'm not picking on you. I really like but I'm just saying, like, taking those little things out of schools, but money's not a little thing. That's a big thing. They don't that's where the bureaucracy and all the fat cats come in, right?
They don't want us to know anything useful. So yeah. And then he says, don't know how to sew, get a sewing machine. Don't know how to mine, get HEX. Yeah.
That's right.
I can even work as a sewing machine. Even if I had one, even if I had one, I would not even know how to use a sewing machine. So that's how like much I don't know about sewing. Yeah. But I know how to knit though. So I don't know how. I taught myself one time because it seemed easy and it was, but yeah.
Oh yeah.
People say sewing is easy too, but I don't know. I think I just somehow I can handle knitting, but sewing, I'm just like, nope, never learned that. So
so you reap what you sow, right? No. That's true though. If you're planting seeds and sowing and knitting is knitting is actually a very soothing skill. Instead of typing on your keyboard or having your phone in front of you, like knitting is a very soothing skill. Especially if you're listening streams and you're the type of person that needs to keep your hands busy, you can knit yourself some fluffy socks, send them over to our friend Sami over there. He likes fuzzy slippers. It's all good.
Yeah.
What's going on, Sokola and Uncle Will? Good to see you guys here. We were just chatting it up tonight, talking about HEX, and I just want to bring up Lunar Crush here. Look at this, guys. If you're paying attention on here with the streamers and analytics and everything, we went from a current alt rate of 4 to 481. So, I mean, if you want to put down those knitting needles once in a while to maybe send out a good HEX, feel free. But right now, Hex Alerts, KDP, Johnny KS, Stina, and Randy Hilarski are crushing it on the top of these charts. Thanks, guys. Thanks for
streams are great every night, or pretty much every night around like 10. He's streaming and his streams are so awesome. So if you're not watching Randy, go watch Randy.
Go watch Randy. That's right.
I always watch Randy.
Well, tell us, for those who are unfamiliar with Randy's content, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, it's just like fun, and he goes into the charts too and talks a bit about that, and just talks about HEX and whatever news there is, and he just always has really good streams. Like, I don't know, I just love watching Randy. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Uncle Will, I have several sewing machines out for sale since HEX retired me. Yeah, well, hey, listen, that's awesome. If we can call a sewing machine a miner, we're all sewers miners. Sewers. I don't know why I tripped over that one. And we are, I mean, honestly, community is everything. And the variety of streams and variety of personalities, variety of comfort levels talking about crypto. I mean, I don't even know. You could go sideways you could throw a stone sideways and still find new content, new creators, and the quality of the content in the HEX community really it's been unwavering. Even when prices were down, when we were sitting down here and we're worried, we're not worried, but dropping down or retracing a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to say like words like worry.
Yeah, no, I know you weren't worrying. That was just
Yeah, so I didn't want to put that out there.
You're not worried when you're staked. Why would you worry, right? Like, actually, no, I lied. The only thing I worry about is, oh man, I wish I can buy more HEX right now. That's the only thing I worry about.
Okay.
When prices are down. But no, other than that, no. Why would you worry when there's a sale going on and everything you have is making you more rewards? So what's there to worry about when you're a Hexagon, right?
I mean, obviously, a lot of the content that was put out there, I mean, you have seen some faces drop, but you're also been seeing some faces pop into the space that were, you know, like you had BitBoy talking about Hex,
Mm-hmm.
Mario Nafo, and Simon Dixon was just talking about Hex, although not in like a nice way. That was brought up. Sami brought that up on his stream, like not in a nice way, but it was so funny to see those tweets from 6 months ago. And then when he put up the percentage of how wrong he was in terms of Hex, it was like, you know, Sami wasn't wrong on that one, man. I don't know if you caught that stream, but he was saying like different individuals are out there sharing different things for different reasons.
Mm.
And truly, the reason why you and I can say for you and I, the reason why you and I get on here is not because somebody's paying us to, somebody's not influencing us to talk about these things. You and I hop on and we talk about Hex and T-shares and staking/mining. We talk about these things because they're of interest to us,
Yeah.
and there's something that it's just how do you put it any other way than it's a game changer. And if you're seeing all these people that will support Hex in their pockets, but they won't support it in a public forum, I don't know. I don't know. Everybody's got the preference, right? But as long as they're making nods, Ivan on Techno was another one too. It's like sometimes you need that fresh face in there, but you don't. It's not sustainable. And you and I have been here like when prices were down, still talking about staking and streaming and why Hex for the times when we're going to rock it off.
Yeah. Exactly. And you were saying how like we don't get paid for this or anything, and no one's like there's no benefit, right? Like we're not getting anything out of this. And you were saying our time is so important, and it's true because like we're taking our time to talk about Hex and teach people, and we're not getting paid for this. So like that should say a lot about Hex itself, because nobody else takes the time to try and help people get a good crypto unless they're shilling you like, here's my Binance link and here's my link for this and that, right? So we're not doing any of that. We're actually here helping, and you guys have an awesome workbook that you made. So
Thanks, yeah.
like, you know, that's all out of you guys taking your time. So yeah. It's really important. People should know that yeah.
Well, thanks for bringing it up. I forget to because I don't come on here to like shill things. I do a weekly market news update on Thursdays, and Saturdays you and I get to we get to Hex and chill, we get to mine and chill, we get to stake and chill, we get to chill on Saturdays and talk about Hex, which is like something that we really like to talk about. So no, I forget to shill the it's not like shilling. This is the most brilliant tool out there for helping to onboard new users. When you were saying today that you were onboarding someone, right?
The past couple of days have been onboarding, so this would actually be really good for them. So
okay, yeah.
But you just proved my point that you were like, oh, I didn't even think to even share this workbook, right? It's like you're not even trying to do this for that reason. So
well, yeah, no, this is like the workbook. It was made so that like to free up my time too. These are things that we do to continue to free up time for us because we're finding that we're spending so much time. Like you just said, a couple of days onboarding. That means, do you know how early we are? That's how early we are. It's a whisper in the wind.
Yeah, we are so early.
When you can still accumulate something, single units of something, multiple units of something for less than $1. That's not that's not like a price pump. Stick with your plan. The most important thing for you to have is a plan. You have to stick with that. So don't FOMO in when you see the prices up and down. That's an emotional decision. Take that poop and throw it up. Nope. Come from a place with a plan and knowing how to custody your own crypto and getting started with it securely and safely, meaning that you understand what it means in crypto to have a middleman period and the difference between crypto and crypto.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much where that workbook takes you. It takes your friend and it says, hey, friend, I really care about you and your financial independence, your financial freedom, and your financial stability. I'm my own bank. I'd really like to show you how to be your own bank, but I don't have 12 hours a day to keep doing this for everyone. This is a great resource to hand them, incentivize them with, once you get your Bitcoin loaded, then I'll send you some HEX. That's what I did with my best friend. I am so proud of her. We just unstaked her first stake today.
Nice.
It took us, and it does. It like for someone, all she knows is that she doesn't know anything about crypto. She doesn't want to know. It's so overwhelming for her. But she knows she and I have been friends for like way longer because I'm only like 19. So, we've been friends for a while. But, getting her in and knowing that even when I onboarded her, we had a very, very straightforward conversation. It wasn't when Moonbags. It wasn't when Lambo. It wasn't like when you can buy more sheep. It wasn't any of that kind of stuff. It was very straightforward where this is what you have. This is the plan that we're going to go forward with. And this is the amount of time it's going to take. And she was actually, she bought in almost at the top.
Okay.
And now here we are. And it wasn't a fuss or a fight or a phone call of any kind of ruckus. It was just, hey, how do I unstake this? And then how can I restake? Because I see what happened. I mean, and if you're not familiar to what's happening when you're staking your HEX, you're locking it away for a certain period of time. And then you're being rewarded for your time with more HEX, which does, fluctuates up and down. Here we go. Yep. But what's going on, crypto millionaires? Corey Geary, thank you for being here. The HEX, it's Snow Brian. Here, I gotta get my little mouse pick over there. The HEX token Discord is a great place to send your onboards for continued assistance. Wrench me up and I'll post a link to it. Absolutely. I don't have the ability to wrench you up because I don't have YouTube on here right now, but I will make that happen, Brian. Thank you for that resource. It's so important. These are the things I'm talking about. A community that a rising tide floats all boat, and there is help out there everywhere. I very well could have sent Amanda to those things. I'll just dox her right now. I could have sent her to those things, but it's more fun to make her do it herself. Like make her incentivize her to do that research and get her moving. So anyway, we are on day 1,189 of flawless uptick time, and our price is sitting around 6 cents. That's really exciting. Right? So, okay. Yeah, I like this. Thanks. Thank you so much. After my first stake ended and I learned the system, I felt more comfortable. That is what's up.
Yeah, that's exactly actually what my onboard was saying. Like, pretty much those words of I'll be a lot more comfortable when I see my stake end and like see how that works and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I set her up and I set parameters so that I explained the different, as we had done and gone in our streams, what goes up every day in a bear market HEX in my stakes. Yes. Yep.
The interest is always, the rewards are always going to be there regardless of the price of HEX. So once you stake or mine, you're getting rewarded no matter what.
That's why it's so important to stake or mine.
Exactly.
Because you continue to get rewarded for locking away for that time. Yeah. Finishing, interacting with that contract in that manner. And so that's why we talk about staking mining and not just leaving it liquid. That's, if you leave some liquid, that's, you have to have a plan, right? And you are right. T shares are key. They are officially more rare than diamonds. Now that diamonds are being printed. And they are more secure than perhaps other products out there that are custodied by a trusted party instead of a trustless situation, right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Richard, you said you'd been off of Twitter for a little bit.
Yeah, I've been taking a bit of a break, so.
A little bit of a break. It's not often that I'm on there perusing, but I did come across this tweet from Richard earlier, and he showed a picture of, allegedly, who knows if this is actually his house growing up, an alleged house where he grew up, and then pictures of him being a kid, which I can't obviously locate right now. Oh, I really like that he retweeted this crypto 435. Are you familiar with that?
No, I haven't.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Let's pull this up and take a look. So Coinbase has been kicking off a campaign to have people act and communicate with their local parties.
Oh, I do know this. Sorry, I do. I seen this the other day, actually. Yeah. Viber Finance was sharing this. So sorry, I'm like, now that I see this page, yeah.
You know, who remembers the moment they finally understood the power of a t-shirt? Who remembers the moment when you actually saw the power of a t-shirt? For me, it's like understanding it. It's like, for me, synonymous is seeing, believing, knowing, and then you just get like an extra like you get that confirmation bonus, so to speak, too. And bonuses for staking longer and etc. So, but back to 435 here. This is so important. If you don't use your voice now, we will lose, or, you know, perhaps we could lose our voice. You don't want that to happen. If you love crypto and believe in the potential of Web3, it's more important now than ever to advocate for pro-crypto policy in the United States. CBDCs are coming, and they are not our friends. They are not our friends.
No.
And so as good Hexicans, you know, people who really get what DeFi is, what crypto was created for in the first place, I truly feel a sense of urgency to have the loudest voice the loudest voice that I possibly can, with educating people about what's coming down the pipeline, because these things are already been in place. Legislation, you know, we haven't seen anything concrete, but that doesn't mean it's not in the works, right? The plans and infrastructure, like roads, take a little bit of time to be built. And everybody's going to want to get on that road, but not everybody could crowd a highway at the same time. There's going to be multiple highways shooting off everywhere. And so it's important now more than ever to use our voice to advocate for those that don't know what kind of detriment to our civil liberties and our economic liberties that a CBDC can have, right? I mean, we've already seen it come into play. I did a stream about that on Friday. You're looking at a new wallet system that is made to facilitate programmable money. And so using our voices with 435, it's important to shout from the rooftops that programmable money can be programmed either way. So that's important. It can be programmed to your benefit. It can be programmed to your detriment. It depends on the goals of the person that's providing that material to you, I guess I would say, right? So 435 is a way for us to get out there, use our voices. They will tell you about the campaign when it's ready. All you have to do is sign up. You do have to put your full name in there. You can get creative with that if you want to. I'm sure they'll still email and contact you. I saw listen, you tell me Hexicans are the most creative community on the planet, and I'm not really sure. When we first launched that workbook and we had to get some names in through the website, man, I was like, oh, these people are funny, but you still got a book, so if we enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Geez, here, let me pull this up for you guys to see. Richard is the Patreon saint of crypto. See, now I hear what you're saying. I mean, I can't hear what you're saying. I'm reading what you're saying. When you use words like Richard and Patreon saint, that sounds a little culty. Just throwing it out there. I laugh about that's me joking too, but because he really he's the one from the top that's been saying, not your keys, not your crypto, don't leave your money on an exchange. He's been the one showing us you've said that before, the principles, right? Like the true principles of crypto, what crypto is created for, and like
like no middlemen and all that stuff. He's been telling you like the real important things about crypto.
And that's why he deserves the title of a Patreon saint. And that is why he deserves it, because he gets out there and I don't know, like I had just shown on his tweets where he had shown like his house allegedly from his childhood, and he had a picture of himself when he was a kid.
I never seen this. This was just today, or
we ended up with 11 cats. This one was posted about 46 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. I haven't. I gotta go on Twitter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you said that those are plans for tonight. You've been a
Yeah.
busy hopping around streams and checking tweets and stuff. But you know, this is relatable. This is this is contact that you can connect with. And what, you know, and no matter what terms or marketing terms, no matter what language we use or you know, go forward with from here on out, it really is about having like your product cannot survive without a community. And that goes for any product out there in the market. So with yourself being able to show your humane side, show your no nonsense side, like you know, I appreciate that he's there and he understands both sides of things.
Mm-hmm.
That's really
Isn't he also the saint of crypto because he donated a whole bunch of money to the Sens Foundation?
yeah, I mean that's an excellent point too. How much was that total? A little under
Was it 27 million or 47? I think it was. I don't remember. Was it 27? No,
I believe it was a little over 27, but
47. I can't remember now.
under 30.
Let's just say a lot. So I can't remember.
The most generous amount that will do a great amount of good in this world. And that for those people that sacrifice for freedom of movement, freedom of speech, the Sense Foundation, for those donations or sacrifices, however you want to put it, that's, you know, coming down the pipeline, that's correct. I would say what's correct these days, most accurate. So to put it most accurately, that is that kind of economic growth stimulates so much more beyond it. Doing, I don't know, I sound so like Pollyanna, whatever. Oh, we could do great things in the world, like with my umbrella over my shoulder, the sun shining on me all the time, you know. But having an attitude of gratitude helps, right? Gets you through pieces in the bear market, pulls you through. And that's just really what I really, really love about so many of the people that we come across these days. That just oh, that's very kind of you, Get Hex. Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for stepping up and educating. Thank you for being here and coming in and chatting with us. We like otherwise we'd just be talking to ourselves in the green screen. So we thought, hey, why not? Let's just jump on screen and we talk about Hex to our friends. We talk about Hex to each other. Why not, you know, talk about it any which way that comes along, which is why I love our chill streams. We get to bounce around a little bit.
Yeah.
Was there anything? We were running up on almost 40 minutes, which is for us. I'm loving this. Thank you guys for being here. Is there anything you wanted to add for today with this exciting week?
Subscribe and get a ledger.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And then, where can people find your workbook if they want to get that? Because that's very helpful. I want to actually send that to my onboard to, you know.
Okay, I will post that in
cool. Because I was trying to, you know, tell him like, make sure you write down your words and keep them safe. And I'm like, oh, that would be so easy if you just had a workbook. So
there you go. I blocked it out because people are creeps and they'll just screenshot it. No, but check it out. I get you step. Then there's very specific reasons why we chose these things. If you are not even knowing what crypto is, then Hex is gonna seem like a whoa to you because I mean, think about it. The people that don't seem to understand what it's really about, like and it might take a little bit to wrap your head around a t-shirt because why? Things that look too good to be true usually are.
Yeah.
But those things aren't written in immutable code.
That's true. And there's a lot of information too when you first like get into Hex and learn about it. So
so much.
Yeah, exactly. That you can't learn it all in one day, but
nope. And I took them and we put them to a centralized exchange and for a reason, because I want you to, if you're going to use those things at all, then I want you to use them correctly, which is to get in, get what you need, get back out, and then to move it to your ledger. And that's like one of the first things that we have you do. 8 steps, first thing, boom, order a ledger. The first thing you need to do to get started with crypto safely, I'll just give away the first step. I'm going to do it. Is to order a ledger or a cold storage wallet directly from the manufacturer, never a third party. I will put a link in the description below for this video for those of you catching up and watching it. It is an affiliate link. That'd be so helpful since we are not doing super chats. Like nobody, anyway, but it'll help to continue to onboard new users. Yeah. I am giving away a brand new ledger, Nano X, that was ordered directly from the manufacturer, not a third party. And if you, I mean, this is so funny. I never thought about that before, like getting on and talking to like people that I've never met before and be like, and listen, like, okay, I can say like, you can trust me all day long, but you don't know me from Adam. But what I'm saying is like, this came directly from the manufacturer. It's still sealed. I have no funny business. I really want you to get started in crypto the same way because I want to get some more ladies in here too. Mm-hmm. It's more like, and it's not about onboarding new users to pump our bags. It's onboarding new users to teach them how to custody their own money so that they're not paying fees to middlemen until the day. Because my brother was a blue collar worker. I saw how hard he had to literally break his back, literally. Mm. I saw how hard he had to do that. And when, before he passed away, he was on a path to entrepreneurship, which I'd been encouraging him to do forever because I just knew it was in him. And man, when he finally said, all right, I'm open, show me about this crypto shit, I was like, yes. So anyway, there's more of it out there. There's so much good stuff going on in DeFi. And if you're tuning in because you're just interested in what's going on with ladies talking about crypto and you're not really sure why HEX, why HEX is because HEX has the greatest amount of vocal women, mm-hmm. I would say, in their community. Yep. Maybe not the greatest amount of numbers, but vocal women for sure. And, with the women come the kids. And educating our future and bringing these things forward. And, I feel very comfortable having these conversations around my kids. This isn't a short process. This isn't a pump and dump, get in and out scheme. Mm-hmm. This is something that, these are early days. These are units I can accumulate multiple of for less than $1. Yeah. These are things that get me excited a little bit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. Centralized exchanges should be treated like public bathrooms. Go and do what you have to do. Get out as soon as you said. Yes.
Exactly.
Make sure you wash your hands. I can't believe it when I still see people leaving the bathroom these days without washing their hands. I am that. I took microbiology. I have seen it live on a slide, and I mean live. Mm-hmm. If you did a palm swab and then put that swab on some agar, let that marinate for a little bit, and take a look. I guarantee you will wash your hands every time from now on. Man, that was horrific. But,
nasty.
Yeah. So many women can benefit from the HEX community. Absolutely. What's your favorite thing about being in the HEX community here with this stuff?
Just the community itself is just, everyone is so awesome. And there's just always people trying to help others. And everyone is just willing to take their time to educate and onboard people. And it's amazing. And there's so much content out there that if you need help with anything, you can find the answer to what you're looking for. So HEX is best community ever. We have a DJ, we have Hexologists, daily news. We have so many awesome streamers and
yes, that's right. Having independence. Mm-hmm. Independence. What does it mean to you? Independence.
Just being independent. How do I elaborate on that?
For me, that's freedom of my time.
Yeah, I guess that too. Yeah.
My independence came when I retired from my medical profession. I was a job that I loved because I really loved educating the public about healthcare and starting very simple with the root of things. Get to the root of the cause for thing. I really loved that aspect of the job. But for me, independence came truly when I took the reins into my own hands and I became an entrepreneur. And I knew that I would never be able to look back and be dependent on another situation to carry me forth.
That's true. Yeah. Very well put. I would agree. Yeah, being an entrepreneur and stuff, independence and having your time and financial freedom and stuff. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah, somebody just said it. Independence. Yeah, financial freedom.
not
Not.
having to rely on anyone else.
Yeah.
That's yeah. And that's why that's why you get them started with crypto and teach them, now you can go back to your onboard and say, hey, I have a tracker for you. This is where you put all of your passwords. This is where you put all of your wallet information. Like I'm pointing my screen like you guys can see it, but each of these sections here has very specific detailed information for you to fill out so that there is never a question of, what's in your wallet, where's in your wallet, what's your password, how do you get in. You can custody that yourself in a way that you can keep it safe.
Mhm.
Put it somewhere, make sure that your information only goes in a place where you or a trusted loved one have access to, right?
Yep, and that is so important because rule number one of crypto is not your keys, not your coins. So you really need this workbook to make sure you have everything, keep track of everything and have it in a safe place.
Yeah, don't rely on. Please do not screenshot your information and save it digitally. I know that is most convenient. However, it is most convenient for other people to find your information, copy paste your keystrokes, and then take your whole bag, and then you won't be selling anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's a really good point because every time, I tell people and on board and stuff, it's like I always stress the point. I always say like, don't take a picture of it. Don't say the words out loud. Don't, screenshot it to your phone. Don't save it on a sticky note on a computer. Don't put it on a Google Drive document. Don't like nothing. Like I always stress that so much because that's like very important. A lot of people will say, oh, I already screenshotted it. I'm like, okay, cool. Make a new wallet now. Start again. Like, don't use that. So that's very important to stress that. And personally, I stress that a lot to people. So very
Yeah.
important to know.
Yeah, using the coin token tracker, there's a spot for you where it's bought, where it's sold. These are super, super important for tax documenting purposes. I know it seems like a pain in the butt, but if you write all those things down and you keep track of your own records and you hold on to that for yourself, then you're not relying on a tax facilitation company like we just talked about last week with Identity Block. Great stream about getting started with crypto taxes. He's
Yeah.
the man when it comes
Yeah.
to I was like, tell me more.
Yeah. I just had a stream with him before I came on with you. So yeah.
Yeah, I hopping over streams. How was your stream with him?
It was good. Yeah, it was a fun stream. It was chill and yeah. I'm just laughing at the comment of don't fax it to yourself.
Oh,
Saw that and I just find it really funny. But yeah, don't email it yourself. Don't fax it. Don't do nothing. It's such an important step.
yeah, but really go back to the basics here with pen to paper. You can even use pencil to paper if you want to. I believe the quality of a pen will hold up over time. If you're printing things out, they are an 8x11 format so that they are very, very manageable to have in front of you. For me, thinking, I was like, okay, condensing all this information into an A4 format it would just look like too much. To extend it out to an 8x11 that you could print out yourself, easier to flip through and get to that information. Oh yeah, carrier pigeons. Oh yeah, those little devils might get lost.
And no crows either, right?
Oh no, what is
No
the
owls.
oh, that made me think of Harry Potter. Oh, all
Sorry,
right.
what?
The owls, like the carrier owls in Harry Potter.
Yeah, I no, it's funny because I never have watched Harry Potter or read the books. So that's funny when everyone finds that out. They're like, what? So when you just said that, I'm like, no.
My reaction, exactly. Well, okay, I know it's not hex related, but now I'm so curious. What? Yeah, how tin top? Actually, you know what? Tin top. I don't know. Think about that one. Polaroid. I mean, you could shake it out a little bit, but I mean, that's true. What does anything actually like permanently imprinted on a Polaroid? You might be onto something, my friend. You might be onto something. No, I'm just kidding. Don't be lazy. Write your stuff down.
Exactly.
So, better safe than sorry is what I always say. Better safe than sorry. Better to be prepared and proactive rather than reactive. Because if you're coming from a reactive stance, then you are automatically giving up one key point, which is standing tall, standing firm in a pillar of security. And if you're secure with what you have, what you own, what you do, nobody, people shake that foundation of the core. It's like a good tree, right? Be a good tree. Take a tree and then print some out, and then use some trees to print these back tracers out.
That's what you should call the next stream. You should title it "Be a Good Tree."
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do be a good tree. Plant yourself.
Oh my god.
Water yourself. These are all really true things, though. Like plant yourself somewhere where even spread your roots so far when you're sitting there that you do feel secure. I mean, I really like if that's something you actually have to picture yourself doing to be able to feel like, it's this busy world. There's so much distraction going on. Like we can't even keep on a topic for more than 5 seconds here. I love it. We're sideways and all over the place. But the basis of it is take a deep breath. Don't go from emotion. Keep your coins and tracker systems all together. Just get somebody started safely so that they can be here with you for 15 years. It's not a race. It's a marathon. And we're here to win.
Yep. And don't fax it to yourself. Remember that.
Don't fax it to yourself and, like pigeons. All right. I think that's all we've got for tonight. Thank you, everyone, so much for being here. Thank you, Serena. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be chatting it up, talking more about HEX and all the great things coming down the pipeline with Pulse Chain.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so much exciting. I'm really excited to start getting into some Pulse Chain content. Like we're pulling threads here. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you later. Good night, all. Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in this beautiful world. See ya.